worn out? Tired? Sleepy? Awesome. Music on already. Yeah, we were drinking coffee. My partner and I got my Bahama Mama champion. Yes, I got my Bahama Mama towel.
That's not how you hit the ball, Alec.
We're gonna be hearing that all night, huh?
Awesome. Thank you guys for coming. I'm Jonny Pickleball. Welcome to the Jonny Pickleball Show. I'm going to introduce everybody real quick. My partner tonight, Dominique Levin. Also, one of my other men's partners, all the way from Venice, Florida, visiting us. Yeah. Oh, cool. One person. You have a Dominic Catalano.
And my partner.
And his partner tonight, one you may know, the host of the Bahama Mama this morning, and an instructor here at the Academy, Courtney Miles. Now we have two other players tonight. Now this one's a little different. So we have Alec Lamacchio, Junior Academy, and his partner with the beach ball, Morgan Brown. How the format's going to work this evening, you're going to have two teams squaring up. So Dominique and I are going to take on Dominic and Courtney right off the bat. The winner of that's going to stay on the court, switch sides, and then Morgan and Alec are going to take them on. Once Morgan and Alec take them on, win or lose, they're going to rotate to the other side, and then they get to play us. Okay, so no matter what, or whoever it is.
They said that means that we're winning. He's already lost. He's already lost.
He knows.
Yeah, so, but enjoy the show, guys. Thank you guys again for coming out. We have Eddie and Webby. Eddie is here tonight from Eddie and Webby. Where's Webby's up in Michigan? Practicing.
We're trying to screw with Eddie.
Going for round
And our
5. Get ready
special
for round
commentator,
5.
Miss Megan from the Special Olympics. Thank you so much for being here tonight.
Eddie, Dominique. We're gonna go back and watch tonight and see how many times you screwed up.
Dom and Dahmer.
Or you just Dominique and Nick.
I like it. All right, going live in 1 minute, Johnny.
All right, perfect, man.
You want an extra one?
I'll get the official countdown.
That's fine.
I'm not even taking notes.
All right. We pick this side.
All right, guys, 30 seconds and we're going to get really loud, all right? 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
Super loud.
Count it down. Let's go,
Oh,
Chad.
that's a long way to count.
Yeah.
I'll let you know when it's at
We'll
10.
wait for 10.
10.
We're at 22 right now.
The anticipation.
I know, they're tough. About like 50 people just turned.
10 seconds, guys. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3.
3, 2, 1.
And welcome everybody to the Jonny Pickleball Show. I am going to be one of your hosts for this evening. It's Eddie from Eddie and Webby here. And I am not alone right now. We actually have another special guest with us here. And why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself to everybody?
Hi, everybody. Thanks for having me so much. My name's Meg Bosey. I'm a local from down here, and I'm with the Special Olympics. I'm the manager of sports with our local Special Olympics chapter.
Thank you so much for joining us. Meg, I'm excited to be able to talk to you about a lot of different topics tonight, including Special Olympics.
Yeah.
And there was some other fun facts that I learned about you just before the show here today that I can't wait to get into as we do a little live commentary here of the Jonny Pickleball Show. Why don't we go ahead and actually first talk a little bit about who we have out there right now. On the near side of the court, we have the man himself, Jonny Pickleball. And we have his partner, Dominique Levin. Far side of the court, we have another instructor here at the Pickleball Academy of Southwest Florida, Courtney Miles, along with Dominic Catalano, excuse me. So don't confuse Dominique on this side of the court with Dominic on the other side of the court. I could see how easily that would be to confuse that. So we'll call him Dom and Dom from here going forward. If you guys have never been to the Jonny Pickleball Show, it's actually live here from East Naples Community Park, home of the U.S. Open. We're actually on the championship court right now, as you can tell, underneath this beautiful shade structure. The Jonny Pickleball Show happens every Friday night, and you guys should come out here and check it out if you're in the area, because you are going to see some amazing play like that from some of the top pros in Southwest Florida. So come on down here and check it out. So, Meg, have you played pickleball before?
I have, but I'm not even can do it justice.
No? How many times have you played?
Probably once or twice.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it seems like you actually are a professional athlete in a different type of sport, sounds like.
Yes, wildly different. Little bit different.
Okay. Tell us about that.
Sure. Yes, I've been competitively racing stand-up paddle boards for quite a few years. Nice.
Great shot there.
Started paddling when I moved down here from actually just outside of New York City in 2012, and I took up stand-up paddling just as something fun to do. I needed a new sport to keep me busy, and I've been racing competitively for about 5 years now.
Okay. And did you know when you started doing it that there was like a competitive circuit for that sport, or did you kind of learn as you went along here?
I definitely learned as I went along. I knew that there was a professional circuit, but it was kind of like an up-and-coming sport at the time when I first learned about stand-up paddle. So it's come kind of into a whole new world in the past maybe decade or so, and it's really, opened up a lot of doors for me, and both, professionally and just for fun, and, sharing time out on the water. So it's been a really great asset to my life.
That's awesome. That's really cool. You were the first in that sport that I ever met. Wow, great play there. I'm going to try and get a score here for you guys. I believe I heard 4-4-1.
I believe that was 4-4-1.
4-4-1.
Yeah.
All right.
I have no idea what that means. Scoring's a little bit easier in stand-up paddle racing. Whoever crosses the line first wins.
Okay. So let's talk about that more. Like, what is a typical race like? How many people are out on the water? How far is it? How long does it take? Talk more about that.
Sure. Yeah, and feel free to cut me off at any time. They're hammering away out there. This is a really, really exciting game. So one of the things I love about stand-up paddling is the versatility and the actual races themselves. So some tend to be more technical courses. Technical meaning there's a lot more turns, a lot more waves. Gotcha.
Got a ball in the booth here. Ball in the booth.
And some of the other ones go up in more competitive mileage or in kilometers. So the standard race usually is about like 5 to 8 miles long. And then there's a little bit more, endurance paddling, like long distance paddling, which I got into for quite a few years. And that's really fun. It takes you to a lot of scenic places, and definitely gets your travel on. That's a lot of fun. But usually they're around between 6 and 8 miles for long distance races.
Okay. And how long does that take to go 6 to 8 miles?
That's a great question. So for me and some of the other women, and then the pro men are obviously a little bit faster, usually going between 5 miles per hour, 6 miles per hour. Also depends on the conditions. Some of the races that are downwind race, meaning the wind is at your back, obviously can go a little bit faster. Some of the race courses are great because you can use the elements to your advantage, and it brings out nice.
Great play.
This is great. it brings out some of the paddler's strengths, depending if they're good in rough water or flat water. So normally a standard race of, over 5 miles, 5-6 miles will take me a little over an hour.
That's an hour of consistent paddling.
Yep,
huh?
consistent paddling.
That's
Lots
gotta-
of fun, full body workout.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you have to engage your core and everything when you're
Yeah.
paddling, huh?
Yep, absolutely. You use your feet, you use your core. A lot of strain on the shoulders as well. Have you ever paddled before, Eddie?
I have
Yes.
couple times. In Key West, I did it one time, and like
Oh,
nice shallow
beautiful.
water, and so
Yeah.
I felt much more comfortable. Did it here on Marco Island, did it once in Naples, and let me tell you
Beautiful.
something, it was way harder than I thought it was going to be. Yeah, I
that's
feel much
great.
more comfortable on a pickleball court than I do on a stand-up paddleboard. That's for sure.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, we have some beautiful places to paddle just right at our fingertips here in Southwest Florida.
Nice put away there by Dom into Dom's paddle. I'll let you guys decide which one I'm talking about there. I've been told I need to say Dom and Dommer quite a bit tonight. And then Dominic Catalano said that he's going to count how many times I screw up Dominique and Dominic as well. So we will find out. We got a side out there. Let's get a score for you guys. 7-3-1. Referee Wayne is nice and loud for us, which I very much appreciate.
So one of the questions I actually have for you is just the general rules of pickleball. I just recently got into pickleball. One of our community teams for Special Olympics is working with the Pickleball Academy, and I'm slowly learning the rules. So is the scoring similar to tennis or a little bit different?
Yeah, scoring's definitely different than tennis. So you're going to hear 3 numbers called here, which is 3-8-1. What that means is that the first number is the score of the serving team. So that would have been Dominic and Courtney's score was 3. The second number, which was 8, is going to be the receiving team's score,
Okay.
which in that case would have been Johnny and Dominique. And then the third number is either going to be a 1 or a 2. And that's, oh, got another ball in the booth here. And then the third number is going to be which server number it is. So each side is going to be able to have both players get their chance to serve. And if you get the point, you serve again. If not, then it switches to the second server. And if you guys lose the point at the second server, then it's a side out over to
Gotcha.
the next side. So,
Okay.
so that's how the scoring works. It's probably the most complicated part of pickleball, in my opinion, is
Okay.
learning the score. Once you get it down, it's that becomes fairly easy.
No, that was a great explanation. Thank you.
Thank you. Another rule here. Are you familiar with the non-volley zone, or what they call the kitchen at all?
I'm definitely familiar with a different kind of kitchen, but you can try and explain the kitchen to me. I have heard that term used loosely before with pickleball, and I know it's a kind of a no-go zone.
Oh, great shot from
Nice,
Courtney
nice.
there. Yeah. Gotta love it. Oh, look at her. So as you see, when all 4 players are up there, they're standing in front of that line that's 7 feet apart there. And
Okay.
that's called the non-volley zone line, or the kitchen line. And what
Gotcha.
that means is that you cannot be inside of that line, or technically even on that line, and hit a volley shot.
Okay.
Oh, and you can see here they're setting up for a nice dink rally. Everybody keeping it very slow, unattackable. And Dominic shot went a little bit wide there. And so what that means is that you can go into the kitchen to hit the ball if it bounces in there,
Okay.
but you can't hit a volley from it. Basically, it's a way to be able to even the playing field a little bit, so that way you can't just stand at the net and just smash the ball over and over. Yeah, exactly. Almost like a volleyball spike,
Volleyball
right?
spike. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Courtney shot went a little bit short there. Got 8-4-1 here. Nice third shot there from Johnny. Went a little bit high, so he stayed back. Courtney going cross court. I think we're going to get into a little dink rally here. Johnny sped it up, and it was a wise choice. Dominic's block just went a little bit short. So, Meg, one thing when you get to this level of play, what you're going to see is a lot of the cat and mouse game, right? Both teams are being very strategic, and what they're trying to do is just give their opponents unattackable shots.
Okay.
Or force them to pop the ball up to give them a clear put away. They're very intentional anytime they speed the ball up. They don't want to be the team that speeds the ball up incorrectly and gives their opponent a shot. Oh, another good shot from Johnny. Oh, yes, he does. And that was in. Yeah. That right there is called an ATP or an around the post shot from Dominic. Yeah. You are allowed to play outside the post as long as it lands in.
Gotcha. Okay.
Johnny's return to serve went a little bit long there. 5-9-1 for the score. Great read from Dominique to let that ball go out. You're going to see different styles of play out there as well. Former tennis players are going to have a little bit more of a driving game. You're going to see them hitting a lot of hard balls, low to high, getting that top spin on it. And you might have people with a little bit different background. Oh. Like Dominic, Dominic has a baseball background actually, so
okay.
I don't know that he might have some racket sports in his background, but I know that his sport of choice was baseball.
Okay.
9-5-2 here. Nice drive by Johnny. Wow, I'd say this is where they're speeding it up. Oh, great play.
Ooh,
and he got another one. That's 2 ATPs.
That's a cool play.
From Dominic. Yes, it's a very gratifying play when you do it because most of the time when you attempt it, when I attempt it, I should say, it does not work out that way.
Yeah, I'd be doing a couple somersaults after I attempted that. So.
That's for sure. The patience that they have here to just stay in that play. Whoa.
Nice.
And at the end of the day, that's ultimately what you're trying to do. You're trying to force your opponent to hit it up, give you a clear put away, and then make sure you can execute on it.
Gotcha.
Nice block from Johnny. Most people would be tempted to drive that ball back, but Johnny had the patience to just let it drop there. Little paddle slap there. 9-5-2 still here. And that ball went a little bit deep. Got ourselves a game point, 10-5-2. Great return from Courtney. See, now they're going to wait until their drop falls in there. See, that's when they decide to come up when their drop lands nice and easy. And that's game. 11-5. Johnny and Dominique are victorious there against Dominic and Courtney. Wonderful match. While they do the transition here, I do want to let you guys know that we are going to be having some juniors coming up here and playing in a minute. Very excited to be able to see that. I also want to talk about a little bit of something else here, and that is we have some amazing organizations that help with the sport of pickleball. First, we have the Pickleball Academy of Southwest Florida. They have lessons, clinics, camps, and more. Check them out. Pickleball for All, a nonprofit dedicated to bringing pickleball to students, veterans, and wheelchair athletes. The Pickleball Pro Shop of Collier County, all things pickleball. They have locations at East Naples and Veterans Park. And Southern Tropics Tournaments. They have annual pickleball tournaments at East Naples Community Park. I will be signing up for them. You guys should do the same. So, What did you think of that match?
That was intense. Definitely intense. I've never seen a pro pickleball game this up close and personal. With really good commentary, I must say.
Well, I think the talent out there was great. It's always good to see local pros in this area for sure. And I'm excited to see what's going to be coming up here. As I mentioned before, we actually have some juniors out there playing, and it's Morgan and Alec. And I want to get their ages. I believe Alec is 12, and we'll get Morgan's age for you. They are pickleball juniors. They both have incredible games.
She didn't specify what to.
The crowd kind of having a little fun over here. Let's see what they can do. Oh, great drop from Alec. Johnny went cross court. Pushed him a little bit wide there. Side out. Nice deep return from Morgan. Good. Oh, wow. Trying to take out Dominique. Oh, and Alex put away just a little bit short. Might be feeling a little tight out there. I know I would be.
When was the last time you played, Eddie?
Last night.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, up here.
Nice.
Got to play with my mom and some of her friends, which is
Oh,
one thing I
wow.
love about this sport.
Yeah. No boundaries, no ages.
That's
It's
right.
Great. Beautiful facilities here, too. This is my first time checking them out, and they're absolutely gorgeous. I was talking to Jim earlier about plans for expansion, and nice. It's a really great local thing to have.
Absolutely. We have somebody else joining us here in the booth. You've heard him before on some of our live streams. We got Dominic Catalano. How you doing, man?
Good. How are you guys?
Awesome. The great playing out there, man, as always.
Thanks. It's always fun to be out here.
That's cool.
Always supporting my partner, Johnny.
Yeah, you guys have played together quite a few times in the past, which is awesome.
Yep, yeah, and we'll continue that again this season. Going in, we're already prepping for U.S. Open. We're playing U.S. Open together, so we got plenty of time to go with tournaments around here that we'll be able to play with and kind of tune up for.
Nice.
Ooh, nice lob. Look at
Oh,
the communication with
Mhm.
you guys. Look at
Oh,
that.
great.
That's awesome.
You know, Alec had great patience on that lob. Sometimes it's easy to want to be able to sprint back there and hit the ball as hard as you can to recover. He let it kind of drop, found it in the sweet spot, dropped it over, and set up that point.
Yep.
That was great.
Let me make sure Webby's watching that next time for when you guys play Kyle.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh. You know, one of the hardest things that I think when you're starting off in pickleball is letting out balls go out, right? And as you're
Absolutely.
learning, some are going to drop in, and that's okay. I think it's totally fine to be able to know that and allow for that to happen. And that was a good choice to let that one drop for her.
Oh, nice.
Oh! Nice shot by Morgan.
They're playing well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's great to see some juniors out here. I love it.
Absolutely. It's awesome. They do a really good job with the junior academy they got going on here.
Okay, can you tell us a little bit about that? The junior academy, is that taken off recently, or have you guys had the junior program for a while?
They've just started it recently. I think it's been a little less than a year that they've been doing it, but now they have a bunch of kids that come out after school and they drill with them. You know, Courtney, Jonathan, Ryan. They do a great job with these guys. It's absolutely amazing.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool to be able to see them really focusing on it. And that's what's great about this sport, right? One of the top females in the sport is Annalie Waters, and she's 12 years old.
Yep.
And she's
Wow.
Absolutely incredible.
Yep, they're playing right now as we speak
Are they?
in Vegas. Yeah.
Yeah, I knew they were. I knew they were making it to the finals there at the
Mhm.
Las Vegas Open.
Yeah, last match I saw, they played. They're playing Jessie Irvine. Can't remember. who Jessie
Catherine
is.
Parento,
Yeah,
right?
Catherine.
Yep. And the crowd kind of went silent here. Everybody's really wanting to see what's going to come of this point. Yeah, great shot by Morgan, pushing Johnny wide.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's a little bit of trouble. But
Oh.
Oh! Not having any of that.
No. Alex said, "You give me that ball, I'm going to put it away, man." Great play. Well, that's another thing I love about this sport is the fact that you know, age can play a role, but it plays less of a role than many other sports out there.
Correct.
Great communication by them calling the switch.
Yep, and then they're set right back up.
So much patience here. Hey.
As soon as we say good communication, then just a little miscommunication. But that's all right.
You got to love it. I mean, at their age, to have that communication, to know those shots, to be able to practice patience out there, absolutely incredible.
Oh. Dom just stuck her paddle out there and ended up going over the net.
Did I hear a 6:02 out there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
No.
Face shot. Give Morgie, give him a little body bag.
Yeah. Coach Courtney over there giving some advice to the juniors. Everybody's silent watching this play. Let's see what Alec does with it. Oh!
Oh,
nice
play.
shot. Oh, 7-1. Morgan with the serve. Oh, wow.
Good idea there.
Alec looking for that drive. So, Meg, a lot of times in the third shot, you're really going to see one of two things. You're going to see a drop or you're going to see a drive.
Okay.
And ultimately, the goal is to just give yourself time to be able to get your way up to that non-volley zone line. And a drive is the ability to be able to kind of give yourself the opportunity to do like a fifth shot drop. And so those are the two shots you're going to see.
Oh. See, Eddie's getting ready to start the Eddie and Webby Academy next. You hear him? He's got it all. He's got all the verbiage down. Now we just got to get him on the court execute.
See,
we'll be all right.
We were just talking about that on the podcast Thursday night, how we can have all the knowledge in the world, but still got to learn to execute on it.
Correct.
Johnny with the no look.
Nice point here. John,
Look at Johnny just leaving that open.
Oh!
Did she catch it? They caught. Yeah, she caught the back line.
Nice. Good shot, Morgan.
Nice shot, Morgan. Yeah. That's incredible to see.
Oh. The best part about what you see with these guys right now is that, you know, they're developing. They're, you know, what we call constructing points. And so they're getting into it and playing the right way, you know, how they're being taught. They're not just getting out here and there's not like no rhyme or reason to what they're doing. You know, there's a purpose to every shot they're trying to hit here. Oh.
A good idea.
Mm-hmm. Trying to keep them moving. I hear 8-3-1 there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, that is a hard shot to hit when your momentum is pushing you backwards and
Morgan's having problems today because of math.
Math, okay.
She said math drained her today.
Yeah.
That's a direct quote. It's a direct quote. She told me it was all because of math. Yes.
Math used to drain me too.
I still don't like math, Eddie. That's why I became a PE teacher.
I like it.
Put it away. Oh, just missed.
Just missed. There we go.
All right, guys.
That's
I'll
how
be back.
it's done.
All right.
Go get him, Dom.
Good luck out there.
Let me wipe these off a little bit.
Love it. Wow, another great match out there. And looks like Meg and Alec gave them a run for their money, but just weren't able to put it away. That's all right. It's always a lot of fun. Meg, there's one thing that I've been wanting to talk to you a little bit more about, if you don't mind, and that is about the Special Olympics.
Oh, I love talking about Special Olympics.
So what is it that you do with the Special Olympics?
So currently I'm the manager of sports administration for Collier County. So here in Naples, Marco Island, and then I actually live in Lee County. So anywhere in Southwest Florida, we're running events for the Special Olympic community, and that's anybody that has an intellectual disability. I've been involved with Special Olympics on a volunteer basis since 2012, but I recently was hired this year to manage their sports administration, and it's been awesome. Nice. It's been a lot of fun.
Okay. Alex ball went a little bit long there. So what does most of your day consist of then when it comes to what you do for the organization?
So it's different every day, which I love. We have a few hundred athletes here in Collier County, and we offer anywhere from, right now we have 12 sports, soon to be 13 because pickleball's getting up there thanks to Pickleball Academy. But on a daily basis, we take in new athletes register, managing the volunteers. We also manage and seek out venues that hopefully will donate their space so we can have athletic competitions at gyms and courts and other places where we can conduct events. Also, a lot of my job is involved with fundraising. It's a nonprofit organization.
Mm-hmm.
The Special Olympics Florida state office is in Claremont. It's a little bit south of Orlando area.
Okay.
So we work with a lot of the other community Special Olympic communities, as well as a lot of the other community-based organizations like civic organizations, churches, other volunteer groups, to put on events and practices. So year-round we offer, year-round we offer those with intellectual disabilities competition in right now 12, soon to be 13 different sports. So it's an awesome opportunity for anybody to get involved, anybody to volunteer, to coach, to donate, and then of course for the athletes to get out there and show the community what they can do. Some of them are really, really great athletes, and seeing them improve over the years of competition. We have a lot of really great coaches, like the coaches here, Courtney and Ryan, are actually helping develop a Special Olympic pickleball program here locally. So that's kind of the new and exciting news in Collier County Special Olympics.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
So obviously, pickleball is one of the sports. What are some of the other athletics that I think you said 12 or 13? Is that right?
Yeah. So we have 12 official sports right now. We just finished up kind of my bread and butter. The stand-up paddle season finished in August. We're also finishing up the swimming or aquatics season. Bowling is going on right now. Bowling's a huge sport. We also offer bocce, track and field, cycling, just to name a few. And then also, if there's a sport that we, might not offer, if we get athlete interest, we are more than happy to put together and build new programs. So we're really progressive. We're really trying to develop the programs. And Collier County here is one of the best and most established programs in Florida. So I'm really happy to be a part of it.
That's so cool.
Thanks.
Great shot by Morgan there.
Yeah.
So if there's some people out there that do want to help, whether it's through coaching or volunteering or donating, what's the best way for them to be able to find out about the opportunities?
Yeah, great question. So we try to get as many portals as possible to get kind of the word out there that Special Olympics is alive and well, and it's in our local community, and it's hard to stay focused. This game's awesome.
I know.
I think it's unanimous. Everybody's voting for Morgan and Alex on the far side right now. Super fun to watch these guys.
Yeah, hold that thought. Oh. Wow. What a point.
Nice.
Such an incredible point there. Sarah, I know you went off on an awesome conversation there. Well, I promise you we'll finish that up here in a second, Meg. But actually, we're joined now by Mr. Jonny Pickleball himself. Mr. Pickleball, how are you?
Top of the world, man. Thanks for having me. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having us, man. This has been so much fun.
Great way I get to play.
Yeah.
You know, I've been hosting this myself for the past few weeks when it hasn't been raining, but it's awesome to have you here, man. Always a pleasure.
Well, we appreciate it. What do you prefer? Do you like watching? You like playing? You like kind of mixing it up?
Yeah, I like the mixture.
Oh.
Nice try there by Alec, man. But yeah, no, I like the mixture. It's really kind of cool to be able to roast everyone from the side. You know what I mean? So I think that's kind of a fun thing. You know, I just get to make fun of everybody.
Yeah.
Especially like whenever I get like Pat Devereaux here for some reason, like just different people from around the area. It's just super funny because we all know each other so well. You know what I mean? And then even some of the other pros and stuff like that. So
you get a lot of the inside jokes that you can carry on through the commentary.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what I mean? And you just get to rag on everyone. It's fantastic time. You know, and then add in some music and stuff. So but you know, we got Dominic here tonight, which is fantastic. So of course he's matching. He always does. Dude's like the only dude that comes here with a sewing kit. You know what I mean? Like when he comes and plays. So and then obviously Courtney, and then Alec and Morgan, man, they're playing well. You know, they're
crushing it.
Yeah, they're doing really well. They're drilling a lot lately, so especially with our junior academy, and yeah, it shows.
Yeah, you can definitely tell that that their game. I mean, they're so strategic. Every shot is intentional, and it's just their form, everything. It's just incredible to be able to see, you know, the progress that they're making.
Absolutely, which is great because normally, man, I just think about food when I play personally. So I think that's fantastic for them. You know what I mean? So
I'm usually thinking about beer when I play.
Right. Exactly. So you know, we don't ask what's in the service. You know, it is what it is. Yeah, that's fine. I get it. I get it. The eyes are everything's flush over there. I get it.
That's from all this action I'm seeing.
Yeah,
here.
I know, man.
Yeah.
No, it's just cool. What a crowd tonight. You know, it's kind of neat. We had a good crowd and
I got to tell you, Jonny, one thing I love about this, too, is how you guys you interact with the crowd. You bring the crowd into the match, right?
Absolutely.
You're looking at this as an opportunity to be able to put on entertainment through the sport of pickleball.
Correct.
And that's what I love to be able to see. And you do it through, obviously, having top-level play, but also making it fun, right? Some of the Jonny Pickleball shots. I saw a couple of the tweeners there, the spins.
I had a good behind the back. Alec just slammed it, man. I didn't think he was going to be ready for that. That was that's okay. Maybe next one.
Yeah, that was
I'll
pretty
get
good.
Morgan with the next one. I still have a couple more to do. Yeah. So, but no, the crowd, man, it's fun. This is when you get to know everybody. This is when you get to have the community here. You know, I'm a big fan of interacting with people. I think that's what the sport. It needs to have that. It needs to have some passion, some life to it, and then that way it'll grow even more. So.
That's cool. Love what you're doing here, Jonny. Seriously.
Thanks, man. It's like NBA 2K. That's what's up. You know what I mean? Can't help it.
I love it.
Yeah, Harlem Globetrotters. Oh, we already talked about that before.
Yeah.
That's what it is, man.
Yep.
So,
it's good stuff, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm gonna get you out here next, man, as a celebrity one. I'm gonna get you a celebrity one.
I'm down, man. You could. I do think it would be fun to be able to do like a, I don't know,
Like Dancing with the Stars, pickleball style.
Ooh.
There we
Love
go.
Fancy.
Yeah.
Megan, what do you think? You haven't been here before. What do you think?
No, I haven't been here before. This is amazing. This is my first time at this facility. It's phenomenal. The crowd is amazing. Everybody's so nice. I mean, great athletes. So, I mean, just like Eddie said, it's a great kind of all-encompassing event. You know, it's fun for the fans. It's fun for those playing. It's super fun for us here in the booth. I'm having a blast.
Oh, and he tagged
right
him.
over.
He tagged him.
Body bag.
Body bag. That's fantastic, man.
I love it.
Dom's a good dude. Oh, yeah. No, it's just different kind of atmosphere here. You know, you got people playing and watching, taking breaks, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
It's cool. That was Dominique.
It was all me, Dom.
It was Eddie. It was Webby, actually.
It was Webby.
It was Webby.
Webby remotely.
Right.
Yeah.
But what's really cool is towards the end of this tonight, you're going to see these lights kick on. And I'm telling you, it looks cool.
I can imagine,
It
man.
looks cool.
No, this is great. I'm glad the weather broke a little bit this week, so it's been a little bit more tolerable.
First time for everything.
Yeah.
I tell you what, as a Floridian for 5 years now, I love.
Oh,
There's the stare down
Oh,
by
the
Morgan.
stare
Look
down.
at that.
She is not happy with that.
Yeah.
that looks familiar.
She
That's
was
great.
not happy with that shot.
Oh.
Oh, that was great. Gotta love that.
Now, just remember, Eddie,
Yep.
man, we do this every Friday.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm telling you, if there's anybody out there, man, that wants to either get involved with the junior academy, if you have kids and you want them to get involved with the junior academy, or, you know, if you want to come play in the show, you want to see you feeling strong that week, you want to come play in the show,
Yeah.
just get a hold of me. You know what I mean? But more importantly, yeah, if you have kids, man, you want to be a part of the academy, this is a great, you can get a hold of me too, get a hold of the academy, you know.
Nice shot.
And then, you know, let them go. Sorry, I got engrossed in what was going
I
on.
know
Man. That's a good point.
That's the hard part about doing commentary sometimes, guys. Oh, especially when shots like that.
There it comes. You can tell
Yeah.
Alec and Morgan are getting more comfortable.
Mhm.
Yeah, which is cool.
Yeah, they're starting to loosen up out there a little
Right.
bit.
That's why I wanted to play him first. Yeah, I wanted to play him first.
We got to figure out what their favorite Fortnite dance is. That's
Ooh,
almost-
the hot Marat, man.
yeah.
That's what's up.
Is that yours?
No, I just, yeah. The hot Marat. Courtney was aiming exactly where she hit the ball. Just saying. She held the pose for a while, just in case anybody was wondering.
Follow through.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
great.
Cool.
I think we
Yeah.
need to get Meg out here on the courts a little more too, right?
Right. Absolutely.
How about this, Meg? We'll
Sure.
we'll
Ooh,
sh-
nice try.
we'll
That's a
teach you
good-
pickleball. You teach us paddleboard.
I would love that.
You
do that?
paddleboard?
I do.
That's a lot of core, right?
Yeah, a lot of core, a lot of
work.
full body. Yeah.
Yeah.
From the toes all the way up.
Right on.
I bet you $1 million there are a lot of correlations between the two sports, right? Because some of the top pickleball players, like Johnny, they got that core. They're on their toes,
have
you
no
know,
idea.
right? They're engaged in everything. They're very well balanced, and I bet you there's
I mean,
for
like
sure.
that's why I grab my shorts. If you've seen me play, I mean, I get that question all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you normally when people ask that, I mean, I just did an exhibition up at the USDA Tennis Center, and obviously there's like 300 people there. We had to stop, and you know, they said, well, why do you hold your, you know, put your hand on your hip? And normally my same response is anything. I like to, you know, I'm getting ready for a Western film. You know, so I want to make sure I have the quick draw. You know, but honestly, it's so I'm always leaning forward
Okay.
and
Gotcha.
engaging my core when I hit my shots.
There you go.
So that's how you get a lot
Okay.
more power.
Cool.
That's how you make sure that you're, you know, you can have that touch and feel and soft, you know, soft hands. and
Yeah,
stuff like
for
that.
sure.
So, but yeah, you know, that's why I do it. It's just kind of a counterbalance too, so that my whole upper body is working as one.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I can definitely draw a lot of parallels to the stand-up paddle stroke.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, definitely.
I gotta try it then.
Yeah, for sure. Love to have you guys out there.
That'd be fun.
It's all right. You can see all my, like, because of my little, you know, compression tights I wear, man. My wicked tan lines, dude. Like, you know, I look like a reverse like tiger or something, like a zebra.
The
Like,
pickleball.
yeah, it's like a zebra.
The pickleball tan.
Oh, dude, it's miserable.
Pickleball tan.
Yeah, pickleball tan, bro.
Making it popular.
Yeah, yeah.
The new trend.
That's what I want to do. Like, so in tournaments, Megan, people do, like, they wear, you know, you have your shoes on.
For sure.
And then you have the winner's bracket. Then you go down to the survival bracket, you know, the loser's bracket. And then after that, I wanted to create, it's called the flip-flop bracket. You know what I mean? So I always tell people it's called the flip-flop bracket. And after that, you know, everybody's in flip-flops.
Yeah.
Like, unbelievable.
That's
dude.
where I would like to be.
So if I was a company, I would focus on flip-flops. And, you know, brand those, man.
I like it.
Oh, that's great.
I like to call it the beer bracket, but
Yeah,
flip-flop
that's
bracket's
the
the same.
flip-flop bracket, man. You can have a can of, or what is that, bottle opener on the, right?
Oh,
I
perfect.
just bought a pair, and oh,
Whoa.
Alec with the ATP attempt.
Oh, man.
I just bought a pair of flip-flops and didn't even realize until I brought them home that there's
Yeah.
a bottle opener on the underside of the right one.
One of those,
Genius.
it's the little things.
It's absolute genius is what that is. Yeah.
That's what's up, man.
392.
Yeah, doing big things. Let's go. Let's go. They have some really good points, though. That's the cool part. Alec tracking the ball a little bit. Hey, I saw your post on that tracking the flight of the ball kind of thing.
Mhm.
I haven't watched the video because I don't know what it's about, but you know what I mean? I see that. I
Yeah,
see that.
man.
I
That,
see you.
in my lessons with you, that's what you taught me. I think it's a
I like
great
it.
skill. And
Yeah, point that paddle like it's a metal detector, man.
Mhm.
Don't watch people.
that's right.
I want them to watch. If you watch me out there,
Yeah.
you're going to miss the ball.
Johnny had given
Yeah,
me
I
that
saw you.
advice, and
I gave him that advice when he had to go play Mr. Yates.
it's
And
I watched him,
that's right.
and
How'd
that's
that work out for you?
not too good. It was 2 versus 1, and he beat us 11-0, 11-4. So
Ooh.
not very
Character
good.
building moment.
Yeah,
He goes,
you brought the Harlem Globetrotters.
That's
What is in my thermos here? The Harlem
do you share?
Globetrotters. Yeah, and I felt like that was what was happening with us.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I loved watching them as a kid. They're great.
Me too.
bang. Ooh. Good rally. Solid. I see this is where I need the guy from like NBA Jam, man.
Yep.
He's on fire.
He's heating up.
He's heating. Yeah. Boom, shakalaka. I want that dude, man.
And boom goes the dynamite.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You had to put in a special code for like Bill Clinton.
Yep, that's right. Yep.
Throwback. Yeah.
Courtney with the home court advantage there.
Oh yeah, man. She does it during lessons too. It's
Yeah.
fine. That's a good match. All right, man.
Great match.
Thanks for having me. I gotta go play.
Thanks, Johnny. We'll see you in a little bit.
Yeah.
So much fun to watch this. Having a great time. I hope you guys are all enjoying it as well. I want to give a couple of shout outs here, which I think are very important here. Let's talk about a couple great organizations in the pickleball world. Let's start with the Pickleball Academy of Southwest Florida. They have lessons, clinics, camps, and more. Pickleball for All, a nonprofit dedicated to bringing pickleball to students, veterans, and wheelchair athletes. We have the Pickleball Pro Shop of Collier County, all things pickleball. They have locations at both East Naples and Veterans Park. And Southern Tropic Tournaments. They have annual pickleball tournaments at East Naples Community Park, which I will definitely be partaking in the near future here. So, Mag, we're a few matches in. What do you think so far?
This is great.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like Johnny was saying, he does this every Friday night. What a great, awesome little event to end the week. So lots of fans, lots of players, and I'm having a blast. Thank you so much for having me.
This is great. A lot of
Yeah.
fun. We were trying to talk about it earlier, and then, of course, the play got crazy, and we get sucked in. But I'm so happy the weather has broke here. I do feel like it happened a little bit earlier this year, which is good. October is typically my favorite time of the year for weather down
Me
here.
too. Yeah, definitely.
The Gulf is still warm if you want to go to the ocean, but the humidity drops a little bit. It's
Yes.
always a lot of fun.
Absolutely, and it's still kind of calm people-wise. Our season hasn't really
Mm-hmm.
broke. So the weather's perfect, the beach isn't crowded, the water's nice and warm, and there's not too many tourists to compete with space. So
Yeah.
it's definitely one of my favorite times of year.
Still get those good deals at the restaurants.
Oh,
and-
yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Two entrees and a bottle of wine for $30.
There you
Stuff like that.
go.
You gotta love
Oh.
it. So
No, for sure.
it's great. We got more action here coming for you guys. If you're just joining us, we're live here from the Jonny Pickleball Show. And on this side of the court, we have Courtney Miles, Dominic Catalano, and on the far side of the court, Mr. Jonny Pickleball himself, Dominique Levin. Some of the top players in the Southwest Florida area. I believe Dominic Catalano traveled the farthest out of everybody.
Where is she from? Where's he from? Venice, you said?
Yeah, I think.
Okay.
What's just north of Venice there?
What else? There's like Englewood, Nokomis.
Englewood. That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah.
Okay. Nice. That's a beautiful area also.
Englewood. Up to no good.
Lots of good paddling up
Yeah.
there.
Is there really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so tell me about that because I want to know more about where you go to compete. Where do they have these events at?
So luckily we live in the
Courtney with a very definitive no.
the beautiful state of Florida. We have a ton of coastline, which is great because that means there's not only a lot of coastline to paddle and the Atlantic on the other side and then the Gulf of Mexico, but also Florida has some of the most beautiful freshwater springs and rivers. So you can pretty much keep me busy. I'm always busy. I'm always, if you can't find me, I'm usually on the water. But most of the competitions, there's a couple good paddle hubs right here in Florida. There's always a lot of races over in like the Pompano, Miami, Fort Lauderdale area. Also up in the Jupiter area, there's a great
Okay.
paddle community over there. And then also in Sarasota, Siesta Key is one of my favorite places to paddle as you track south. There's Anna Maria Island. And then, of course, Southwest Florida here, we not only have, Naples, Marco Island, but if you track a little bit further south, it gets even a little bit less inhabited, and the 10,000 Islands are down there. So we run an event every February in the 10,000 Islands, which takes place on a remote island, and it's not necessarily a race, but you have to be on a paddleboard, and it's actually a treasure hunt. So that's one of the fun ones that I really like. So there's a lot of fun things that you can do with stand-up paddle, not just racing, and it's a lot of fun.
That is so cool. Great put away there by Dominic.
Nice.
So yeah, I mean 10,000 Islands, that's out there. How are you able to drive there? Do you have to go by boat for part of it? Like how do you even get to that?
Yeah, so 10,000 Islands, that's a great question. It's actually part of the Everglades, so it's protected land. There's no roads. You have to get there by boat. The furthest south you can drive is Marco Island. Just south of Marco Island's a little fisherman village called Goodland. So you can drop in Goodland. There's a couple parks and boat launches there, and then usually we're shuttled out via boat further out to some of the island. Nice catch. To some of the islands a little bit further offshore. So that's definitely a remote place to paddle, but it's super quaint, really beautiful, quiet, lots of wildlife. Nice shot.
Dominic's one with a little bit out there. Yeah, I can imagine. And those are all mangrove islands, right?
Yes, they are.
That's so cool. I've taken a few tours down through Everglades City, Marco Island, and learned all about the mangrove islands and how they're such a habitat for, small crustaceans and fish and wildlife,
Yeah.
and that brings dolphins over, and it's they're pretty amazing, in that shallow water. It's it looks like land.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And that's why I love paddling there. You get a really good vantage point, when you're standing up on the stand-up paddleboard and looking down. When the sun hits just right, you can see pretty far down into the water. So you get to see, stingrays and sometimes manatee, depending where you're at, dolphin, sharks, and then of course, like starfish and other like conch and whelk and really cool things to see.
That's cool. Have you ever had a scary interaction with any animals in the water?
I've had quite a few.
Have you?
Yeah. Actually, just the other day, I dropped in off my dock, and I was meeting a friend on the river where we train, and dropped my board in off the dock, and I took a couple quick strokes, and I ran, right over a manatee who was feeding on the seagrass right on the side of the canal. And manatee tend to be gentle giants, so you don't think they're any dangers to them, but when you scare something that weighs about a ton, and if you've ever seen a manatee thrash, it's pretty scary. But yeah, I've had a couple shark encounters. I've been bumped by a bull shark. Bull sharks tend to be the more curious of the shark species, so they'll usually bump what they're interested in, and there the lights go on.
Let there be light.
It's about
yeah.
their time. About that time.
Yeah.
Nice. But yeah, I try to, it's their house, so I try to be as respectful as possible with all the wonderful wildlife that hopefully stays away.
That's great. I'm fascinated by. I feel like I could ask you questions for hours about this because
I could talk for hours about it, so you'll have to shut me up.
every time I've paddleboarded, I've always had such a great experience. It's so calming. It's great to be in nature, and
That's good
I
to
love
hear.
it. And it's hard.
It gets easier, it does.
Man, I feel like after 10 minutes, I was ready to take a nap.
That's,
Oh, Johnny's ball went a
just
little
out.
bit long there. Yep. Let's get a score update here for you guys. Think I heard 3-6-1 maybe? Nice dink rally setting up here. Oh, Dominique just pulled that a little bit. So a lot of times people will ask why a lot of these top level players think. And
Okay.
I think it's good to talk about, right? Because it seems like,
for sure.
oh, they can whale the ball. Why are they doing that? Well,
Yeah.
it's strategy. What they're trying to do is they're trying to force their partner to have an unattackable shot.
Gotcha.
which means they have one of three options. Either they can dink it back, they can speed it up and it goes out of bounds,
Okay.
or they can speed it up and it goes into the net. You're trying to force your opponent to do that, or to pop it up and just let you have a clear put away.
Okay.
So that's why you'll see these dink rallies happening, where they're focusing on strategy, they're focusing on patience, they're trying to give their partners unattackable shots, or they're trying to force them to give them an attackable shot.
Okay.
And that's a clear example of what we're seeing here right now.
Is it also kind of like a recovery mechanism as well, just to get that heart rate a little bit further down to be able to attack at a faster rate?
Yeah, I mean, it could very well be, right? You want sometimes if you get into these long banging matches where you're running back, you're coming forward, it can definitely be quite exhausting. And so I think it gives your body an opportunity to kind of just calm yourself down. Oh, Dominic wants that one back. He throws the hat. He's not happy about that one. Yelling at himself, knowing he should have anticipated that shot. I actually have some Facebook comments coming in here I want to address. We have Kifley Betton said, okay, this is making me want to hit the courts. That's what we like to hear. Joe Parisi, I want to play. I'll come up there now. Sponsored by, was that a question or? And then Englewood. That's right, Joe. David Lyons said, just got back from kayaking in Sanibel. No manatees. Have you ever done your paddleboarding up in Sanibel?
Absolutely. I was actually just talking with one of my other Special Olympic coaches and coworkers. He lives on Sanibel. And Sanibel and Captiva are they have some of the most beautiful waters. And it's awesome the way the islands are actually shaped up there. We get a lot of north and southerly winds here in Southwest Florida over the Gulf. And it's perfect for setting up, little downwinders. Nice.
Eddie, good feet again.
Nice. And also on the north part of Sanibel, too, is really great little bay up there. There's a couple islands that you can go to, like Cayacosta.
Mm-hmm.
Pine Island is up that way, too. So it's, beautiful, beautiful waters up in Sanibel. So absolutely. I'm jealous that you were kayaking. You'll definitely see a lot of sea turtles up there this time of year, too. So keep your eye out on the beach.
I'm very grateful for where we live so that we're so close to so many amazing spots like that. I've been wanting to do a camping trip, actually, to Cayo Costa.
Nice.
Yeah, where you have to take the ferry over there and stay a couple nights. So I haven't done it yet, but one of these times I'm going to do that. Great block from Johnny there. Got the dink really setting up. Oh, Courtney did a great job pushing Dominique wide, and she just wasn't able to recover from that and put it back into play. It's a hard balance because you want the ball to go over to the net, right?
Yep.
But at the same point, you put too much on it and you pop it up, you're giving your opponents a clear put away.
Nice switch.
Great recovery from Dominic.
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying there.
Yep. Great defense here. Trying to stay in it. So right now they're both just trying to reset that shot. They're trying to do a nice drop into the kitchen. Oh!
The assist.
That was a great play. Yeah, so that whole time, what was going down was you had Courtney and you had Dominic that were trying to do what's called the reset, where it's a nice, easy little drop into the kitchen on their opponent's side, giving them the opportunity to come back to the net.
Gotcha.
But what Johnny and Dominique were doing is smashing the ball at their feet, trying to keep them back and making it very hard to do so.
For them to come. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. Great points. Got 10-4-1 here. Johnny and Dominique so far. Oh!
There we go.
Yeah, Courtney. Nice rip. That's all right.
Now
Love to see that. Yeah.
Does Johnny run this every Friday night year-round, or is it seasonal?
I believe the plan is to do this year-round.
Nice.
Yeah, which will be great.
That's great.
It is. I love it.
No, he's built quite the community here, and that's one thing that I noticed with stand-up paddle too. It's one of the reasons most of my friends and competitors are part of stand-up paddle is because of the community. That's game. Nice, guys.
That is game. So are you seeing some correlations between kind of the intimate feel of the pickleball community with the stand-up paddle community?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think one of the main reasons why they're both such awesome communities is their young sports.
Mhm.
So everybody that's kind of part of that, has a voice and has a say in it, and has this underlying connection to it, that it's kind of up to them to grow the sport. So just like we saw here tonight, we saw the juniors out here. That's the future of the sport. And we're starting to see that more and more with stand-up paddle too. Families that are competitive athletes bringing their kids, and in a couple years, those kids are the junior pros and going on. So it's really great to see. I love it.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
So are there different races that you can see online, or is there areas where you can kind of get coverage of some of these races?
Yeah. So most of the bigger race tours, such as the Euro Tour, the APPP World Tour, and then some of the bigger races in the continental U.S., like Carolina Cup. There used to be a really big race over in California. Right now, since it is a young sport, we don't have the sponsorships that a lot of the older developed sports have, like the Red Bull sponsors, the Reeboks, those kind of title sponsors. So unfortunately, the commentary and the coverage tends to be not as good. But this year, I will say that it was awesome coverage. We have this guy, Chris Parker. He's an Australian, and he's one of the best commentators, besides yourself, of course, that I've listened to. He's really, really engrossed in the sport, and he created kind of this sup racer platform that he did on his own, not for profit. And he does live streaming via Facebook and Instagram, and has created that platform. So I'm hoping to see that grow, and hopefully as we get more sponsors, as the sport grows, we'll get better coverage.
That's great. And I would have to assume that there are some technical challenges that you have to consider when it comes to streaming stand-up paddle, where we're very fortunate here. We're at a court with electricity, have sunshade, we're stationary, and you guys are moving miles and miles throughout the entire competition.
Yes.
So obviously that adds a whole different technical challenge to the entire ordeal.
Oh yeah, some of the races. Oh, you tried between the legs.
Yeah.
Nice, Alex.
Yeah, Eddie, you have it made sitting here.
Yeah.
I haven't moved.
That's right.
Yeah, no, this is pretty great. Some of the stand-up paddle competitions take place in really rough waters, like downwinders, Molokai to Oahu in Hawaii for one of them, and some of the coverage, the coverage boats, they're getting slammed with 10-foot waves, oncoming wind, so they have to have wind guards for all their microphones. So it's literally like if you think of the Weather Channel, and the guy goes, nice.
Johnny's around the back one a little bit long there, yeah.
But yeah, this is great. Nice and comfortable in the booth.
Yeah, I'm good. I think I'm going to continue commentating and bringing you guys pickleball. I don't know that I'm going to care so much about trying to bring that, but I'm fascinated.
I would kind of like to see you on a stand-up paddleboard.
we
That'd
have
be
plans.
kind of interesting.
Yeah.
I think we should do something.
Yeah, you guys are going to
I'm
teach
in.
me pickleball,
I'm
and I'll
in.
teach you how to paddle.
Oh, please do.
I think that's on the table right now.
We're going to make this happen.
There we
I'm
go. Love it.
Morgan served one a little bit long there. Let's get a score update. Got 1-1-2 here, I think I heard.
Yeah, I think so.
Awesome. How are you feeling after that match?
Tired. I've been teaching. I taught all day today and came straight here.
Wow.
So my legs are a little burnt out right now.
Yeah, I can imagine. That's a long, grueling day, and then to come here and
Yeah, I started lessons at 7:30, and then I finished at about 3.
Oh,
and then
wow.
came straight here.
Yeah, you have been busy.
Yeah. Excuses start to roll out
They
about
do.
this time.
They're coming all out.
Dominic, you have a couple tournaments coming up, it sounds like here, huh?
Yeah, I do. I have. We have one that's coming up in 3 weeks in Inglewood. called the Monster Smash
Nice.
at the Inglewood Sports Complex. And then we have that's the first one we're doing of that one. And then we have the 6th annual Turkey Classic. And that is in Punta Gorda at Babcock Ranch.
That's going to be
So
cool.
that one's in November.
Yeah.
So that's the 6th annual one of that. And then we have 2 more after the new year. In February, we have the 6th annual Cupid Shootout. That one's at Babcock Ranch as well in February. And that one, actually, I know you talked to Nathan. You had Nathan on a couple weeks ago. That tournament, again, I've been running it. This is the 6th year of that one. And we're actually turning that tournament into a fundraiser for Nathan's son, who tragically passed away last year. And so we're turning it into a fundraiser for his school that he went to.
Oh, wow.
So it's for a great cause. We're trying to get as many players as we can. Last year we had 400, and our goal this year is to get between 450 and close to 5. Because for every registration that we get, we're donating $5 from every registration to the school, and then we are also going to have donations, silent auction items, all those kinds of things. That every penny towards those is going straight to the school in his name. So it's going to be for a great cause. We want to, get as much money as we can for the school, and then also my sponsor, Selkirk, is donating 16 paddles to the school.
Oh, wow.
So 16 Selkirk paddles are going to be donated to the school for the school's pickleball program.
That's
So
great.
a lot going on in Babcock Ranch in Punta Gorda for the school there, for Nathan's son in his name. So it's a lot of stuff we have going on, good stuff going on.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
I got to play one time in Babcock Ranch, actually, and
Did you?
great courts. Yeah,
Oh, those
beautiful.
courts are beautiful. They have 4 permanent courts, and then they have 6 tennis courts that we're going to turn into 12 pickleball courts.
That's
So
incredible.
it's going to be awesome. We'll have 16 courts for the tournament.
It's a renewable community, which is pretty cool, too.
It's
Yeah.
awesome. It's
Yeah.
really cool.
It's fascinating, yeah.
Yeah. When you come in, you get to see one of the solar fields is right up front when you come in. It's really
Oh, nice shot.
Nice shot, Alec.
We got a score here?
I think I heard 3-7-1. Is that?
3-7.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Oh, yes! So yeah, Eddie, I gotta see you signed up for those tournaments. I gotta get you in.
Well, I was actually just looking at them, and the February one, that could be a distinct possibility. The other 2, unfortunately, I'm not available for, and I was so bummed because I
Yeah.
really wanted to check them out.
No, and I'd love to have you guys out there, for that February one, maybe one day, whether, because we're going to do the presentation, everything to the school on Saturday, Mixed
Okay.
Doubles Day. So I'd love to have you guys out there and get you guys involved, and then absolutely want you to play.
Cool.
And get you some hardware out there.
I'd love to, man. Let's do it.
Oh, what a shot!
Nice read by Morgan to go cross court with that. Caught them a little bit out of position, and they got a point.
All right, I'm going to step out here. Courtney's going to jump in here. She
Woohoo.
All
a
right.
little bit. So, all right, hold on, guys.
Yeah,
Thanks,
more
Tom.
girls at the table.
Got a little switcheroo. Courtney's going to be jumping on the microphone here. After she figures out how to put the headphones on.
We got this.
Hello, Courtney.
Seat's all nice and warm.
That's
Thanks,
right. Dom left it nice and warm for you. Left the headphones nice and sweaty for you.
Tom. Yeah, and all upside down. It took
Yeah.
me a minute. But hey,
What's
how's
going
it going?
How are you?
I'm wonderful. A little hot, but that's all in fun.
That's good.
Oh, great shot! That's
we
like
gotta
the
do it.
8th one he's tried to get.
Body bag. We got to do it.
Hashtag body bag.
Oh, I love it.
Ooh,
So good.
that serve may not have
Yeah.
been legal, and I
Ooh.
promise you I don't teach her that. I think she hit that one above the waist.
Just a little bit above the waist there.
A little bit. That one might have been above the logo, actually.
Just a little high.
A little bit. So what's going on over here? What you been talking about?
Oh, man, so many things. We've been
Lots?
talking about stand-up paddleboarding. We've been talking about Special Olympics. We've been
Yes.
talking about what else?
Meg's talked to me about the stand-up paddleboarding. That's
Yeah.
I want to do that.
I think,
Nice try.
I think we should do like where we start off in the morning and like we all go out and get breakfast and we do some stand-up paddleboarding and then we have lunch and then we all go and play some pickleball in the afternoon and like let's make a whole day out of it.
And
I
then
think it'd be fun.
dinner.
Yeah, and then dinner.
Divine.
Yeah, and drinks throughout too.
snacks.
Where can we sign up?
Right.
See, you know where my head's at because I keep thinking food.
Yeah.
Sorry, my mic just fell out of the.
That's all good. Oh, John with a little couple behind the
we go.
backs there.
Dom's a little taller than I am, so.
Oh.
Most people are a little taller than you.
Yeah, you know, you're not wrong. My dad has always told me that I'm vertically challenged.
Oh man.
It's fine. It's
It's cool.
fine.
Yeah.
I don't get lobbed too much.
It doesn't
Not
matter on
too
the
much.
pickleball court though.
No,
Dan, you did
exactly.
A great job out there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. What I love most about these matches truly is that the entire dimensions of the court are being used. I mean, you
Yes.
see
Mm-hmm.
everyone going up to the kitchen line and then getting pulled off and then going back up and then going around the post and then going all through the middle.
Again,
Nice.
Alex is doing a great job with those middle shots.
He
I
is.
Love it.
He is. Yep.
Great
As soon as he shortens that backswing and just puts it straight through the middle, it's gorgeous.
Oh,
It's beautiful.
and he's so humble too.
Oh my goodness. These kids have the best attitude. Not only are they amazing athletes, but their attitude is just top notch. So I love it. Easily my
Aw.
favorite part of my job is working with them.
I can
Oh, I
imagine
can
that would be so rewarding and so much fun, and they probably just soak up the knowledge. They're not old enough to
Yes.
where they're like, I know how to dink. You don't need to teach me how to dink, right? They listen and
Exactly.
great.
Yeah, they know what they need and they just want to compete, which
That's
is
so
what I
cool.
love.
that
So I think it's my turn. So
is
thanks,
it.
guys.
Thanks, Courtney. We'll see you in a little bit. Go out there and kick some butt, all right?
Oh yeah.
Do it up. We might try and get either Alec or Morgan to jump on here if they're open to it once they get a little water after that match. Let's see. In the meantime, though, let's talk a little bit about some organizations that are great for the sport of pickleball. Let's start with the Pickleball Academy of Southwest Florida. They have lessons, clinics, camps, and more. And we've got Pickleball for All, a nonprofit dedicated to bringing pickleball to students, veterans, and wheelchair athletes. Pickleball Pro Shop of Collier County, all things pickleball, locations at East Naples and Veterans Park. And Southern Tropics tournaments. We have annual pickleball tournaments at East Naples Community Park. I will be signing up for them. You guys should do the same as well. And we got Jonny Pickleball back with us. What's going on, man?
Yeah, what'd you guys think?
That was fun.
It's a good time.
Always fun to watch. Always fun to watch. A couple behind the backs there I saw.
Dude, yeah. Let me see if I could set him up this time. See if Alex, see what he had around the post and stuff. He was trying to hit Dominique a couple times. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, not cool for her, but it's fun to watch. You know what I mean? But no, man. But I want to give a shout out though. Again, I'm glad, Megan. I'm glad you came tonight. I want to give a shout out to our sponsors, Physical, Volvo of Naples.
Okay.
The Parisis,
Yeah.
obviously. Yeah, man. We have the. Sorry.
Nice.
Oh!
Should be Sick Tricks. Should be one apparently. But that's okay. And
Freestyle.
yeah, man. But yeah, we have Pickleball for All, obviously, Pickleball Capital of the World, Southern Tropics tournaments, which is awesome. And those are just right around the corner.
That's
speaking
right.
of.
Yeah.
Are you going to play this year?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Last year,
Megan, are you going to play this year?
My arm twists pretty easily. So.
Perfect.
Let's do it.
What do you got, Eddie?
The first gold medal I ever won was last year at the Florida State Florida State Championships, right? Won in December.
You're a Florida State champion?
I'm a Florida State champion. Men's 3-0 last year. It was great.
it.
Welcome.
Thank you. Yes. I know you are a Florida State champion as well. Is that right?
No. I
No?
don't know, but yeah.
What?
In my mind.
In your mind? Okay. All right.
In my mind.
I thought you were welcoming me to like an exclusive club here.
No.
Okay.
No, it's cool though. Yeah, Florida State championships are great, man. They're oh gosh, I think it's going to be really cool. I can't remember which one. We're going to have one tournament this year, and I don't know if it's that one or another one. I think it might be the Winter Classic. That's going to be a Tier 2 qualifier for Nationals
Nice.
2020, which should be a big draw for this area, which is cool. Always good to bring a lot of people here. So
Yeah.
but yeah, we're gonna have Dominic and Courtney going against Alec and Morgan. And then after that, we're going to go battle of the sexes, man. We're going to have me and Dominic versus Dominique and Courtney.
Okay.
And then we'll probably go Dom and Dahmer versus and then versus me and Courtney.
I like it.
So I know the kiddos probably, it's Friday night. I don't know what the bedtimes are, but, it is what it is. Everything closes.
Well, I was going to say.
Well, it's South Florida, man.
Right.
Everything closes at 8. We talked about that.
Right. At Naples, my bedtime as a 37-year-old is 9:30. So. Yeah.
That's good.
Every time we're doing the live podcast and it goes after 9, I'm like,
Gotta
we're
get that
getting
warmed
close,
up.
man.
Yeah,
I need my warm glass of milk. And are we having a little switcheroo here?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Changing
Oh,
it
never
up.
mind. All right.
Mixing it up.
Oh, there we go.
The tall and the short.
I like
There
it.
we go.
All right, let's see what happens here. I'm going to commentate this. This is fun, man.
Yeah.
Look at this. Dom, red, white, and blue, very patriotic. Cool. Hiya.
Great opportunity for Alec to speed that up.
Yeah. You got to be nervous with that cross-court speed up, though, because when you
Yep.
yeah, you already know what I'm about to say.
Protect your partner, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
When you start to speed the ball, if you attack cross-court, guess who eats the ball?
Yeah.
Your partner down the line. So there's a lot of patterns involved in this game.
Gotcha.
So, and you'll hear me say quite frequently, and I think I finally quoted it on my Facebook page, which was because it says, would you like to add quotes? I'm like, absolutely, of course.
Of course.
Of course I would. So, well, of course, like they're speaking directly to me. And so, it was don't rush to failure.
Yeah. Yep.
Don't rush to failure.
I've heard you say that many times.
I learned that one in the Army, personally, but,
Yeah.
they were full of sayings. Work smarter, not harder, the whole bit, all that good stuff. So.
It's great that you're able to, leverage that experience too that you have from the military and bring it onto the pickleball court, not only in your play style, but also in your instruction as well.
Absolutely, man. Everybody needs purpose and direction. So how I teach. If you, I can tell you something, tell them blue in the face, but if you don't understand why you're doing it, it's not going to make sense. So I give you purpose and direction. Here we go.
Oh, just a little bit long there.
But yeah, that's more my style of teaching.
Okay.
Purpose and direction, man. Understand why you do what you do. And then breaking it down. Break it down, Barney style.
I like it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because if you don't know why you're trying to do a certain shot, if you don't know what strategy is, then you're not going to want to do it. Like most people, when they see people dinking for the first time, they're like, why would I want to sit there and just like barely hit the ball back and forth? I want to smash it. I want to have fun. And when people start to realize that it's so much fun once you learn that strategy, that soft game.
Oh, yeah. It's fun, man. It's there's a little bit more intensity up at the net than you realize. You know?
Yeah. It's gratifying.
Yeah, because you're just waiting for that opening. So it's like a hostage situation.
I like it.
Just wait for someone to peek their head up real quick. And bang. It's kind of how I visualize it. It's like whack-a-mole or something, you know what I mean? So
That's great.
Dinking's like whack-a-mole. It's going to be my name.
Dinking is like whack-a-mole. Yeah.
That's it, man. Oh, good. Nice return. Got to get up to the kitchen, though.
Mm-hmm.
I love all these technical terms. Dinking, kitchen.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's a real thing.
Oh, for sure. Yeah,
Don't rush
definitely
to failure.
technical terms.
And then obviously you've heard us yell body bag.
Body bag.
That is the unofficial technical term in pickleball for when you hit your opponent.
I was at a tournament, man, recently over in Orlando, dude, and John Davison.
Yeah.
Who happened to be there, this guy who's really funny. You just hear from the crowd, and I forgot he even was there at the tournament, but I think it was either myself or my partner got hit, and you just hear out of this crowd that grows silent, just John, body bag.
Of course.
I was like, welcome, John.
Yes.
I'm glad you could make it.
John's here. John Davidson's here. Yeah.
John Davidson.
Great.
Glad you can make it. Sorry your car broke down. You know what I mean? Nice. Okay. Oh.
All right, let's see what they can do here.
Good. Around the post.
Yep. Oh, that's all right. He realized he had to go for it. Yeah.
Yeah, man, what a nice night, though. It's cool. First time for everything.
Yeah, this is great.
Normally, I feel like I just have, my arm is now, just an extra squeegee.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Just an extension of my arm becomes the squeegee.
Yeah.
So, it's pretty cool.
I wore my moisture-wicking shirt, and so far it's been good.
Working well for you.
I don't feel like it weighs 10 pounds right now.
Right, right.
Nice.
Great serve by Morgan there.
Now I have a question for you guys. So a lot of times, a lot of newer sports kind of are, variations from older sports. So for my example, surfing has such a huge kind of sway on stand-up paddle, but they're not necessarily paddlers are not necessarily received well by surfers if you see a paddler like in the surfing lineup. So what is your connection with like the tennis community? Is the tennis community
That's really funny.
a little bit apprehensive about you guys, maybe taking their court space? Or
Absolutely.
Yep.
Dude, that is like the
Yeah?
best analogy I've heard is surfing to paddleboard from
absolutely.
tennis
I've
to
been
pickleball.
yelled
That
at
is
by other
amazing,
surfers.
actually. That's
Really?
the same thing.
Yeah, no, it's the same thing. It's territory. It's
Wow.
Yeah, and it's surfing. I mean, and tennis are sports that have been around for
Right.
decades and decades and decades. And then when you have something new and exciting and like
Wow.
pickleball and like
Yeah.
stand-up paddle, a lot of times it's not welcomed with big open arms. So I'm curious to see how the tennis community has been receptive towards pickleball players.
It depends on the community. It depends on a lot of communities are understanding that having pickleball within the community actually raises your property value.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Well,
Yeah.
it does because every club you're competing with other clubs.
Great.
I mean, there's so many new communities popping up, and those amenities have
sure,
pickleball in
yeah.
them. And
Yep.
so if you don't have it, you're a step behind.
Absolutely.
And so you want to keep pace. Once somebody does it, now everyone else has to do
Yeah.
it. You know what I mean? That's how that
Yeah.
that's how that goes. So, but yeah, I mean, you still get a lot of the it's loud. You have to have quiet paddles. You have to have all this.
Quiet ball.
Ooh,
Wow.
okay.
Quiet ball. Good block. Good rip by Alec cross court.
Yeah, another cross court one. Not.
We're gonna talk about that.
Yeah.
Trainer.
They've worked out. Oh. There
Come
we
back.
go. Yeah, nice
Nice. That's
reset.
I've got a
fun
little.
volley.
Oh yeah,
Matrix
man.
style.
That's what's up. Don't hit it or anything. That's fine. Just get out of the way. Keep the paddle up. That's funny, man.
Yeah, Meg, that's so great you brought that up because it really is.
It's a big thing, man.
A lot of
Yeah.
tennis players have really embraced pickleball. That's where a lot of our top pros have come from. Is from the tennis world.
For
so
sure.
they're
Oh,
still
nice.
She got him back.
great. Yeah.
Wow.
Way to pin him back there.
Is he arguing with the ref that it was out or something? What is he doing?
Is
He's
he?
arguing with the ref. She hit a winner past his right earlobe, left earlobe. He's still going, huh? Jeez. What is that? What is that? Is that? Hey, yeah, I know. No, that's what I was gonna say. That's like the Nick Kyrgios, man.
Yeah.
It's like junior version. What you doing?
That's great. All right,
so
well.
funny, dude. That's so funny. It's like I see your headshot and I raise you a headshot.
That's great though that they play together, but they're also very competitive against each other as well.
Always, yeah. These guys, they definitely play together. In tournaments, they have many medals, I think, so far. So
That's great.
they're getting better. Yeah, every time. I don't know. I think they're 11 or 12. 11 or 12. I can't
Yeah,
remember,
I believe Alec is 12. I don't remember Morgan's age. I was hoping she was going to come on and be able to tell us here.
Yeah. What a fun time to have them here, though. You know what I mean? It's very
So cool.
Oh.
They've had some really good shots. Finishing points is going to be something that we're probably going to work on next.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can set it up all day, man. You
Right.
just got to knock them down. Get much in the clutch. I got a bunch
Much
of
in the
sayings,
clutch.
dude.
Yeah, another one. We
Yeah,
got
I got
another
a bunch.
Johnnyism here.
Yeah, I got a bunch. Patience equals placement. Don't rush to failure. Simplicity is efficiency. I always
There you
like
go.
that one, dude.
Nice.
Story of my life.
Great deep return from Alec there.
Yeah,
Let's
cool.
see.
Bang. Bang.
Oh, nice one up.
That's all right.
Try to get out of the way
I don't
one
know.
time.
I guess they probably just like worked on dodgeball in their PE class. Like that's what I have to understand. Like I got to assume dodgeball was in their PE curriculum this week.
Sometimes I feel like when I come out on the pickleball court, that's all I'm doing is playing dodgeball, though.
Exactly, man.
Oh,
He didn't touch the net though.
that's right.
Nice, dude.
Johnny, we got a nice comment from Odessa Hopkins here on
Oh, my
Facebook.
partner today, man. Bahama Mama champion.
And she said, "Hey, Johnny Pickleball, thanks for being the best partner ever, or best ever partner today."
Yeah, man. She did a great job today. O was amazing, man. She's such a lovely lady. very classy lady, and it was a pleasure to be her partner. It really was.
Ooh, just out.
So, Odessa, man, her
Yeah.
hands were fast because obviously, I mean, people were attacking her all day. It seemed like, and she held her own. Like it was impressive.
Yeah, I got to watch her play last weekend in the Be the Buzzer tournament, and let me tell you something. She looked incredible out there.
Yeah, she's rocking and rolling, tweener.
Oh.
But yeah, no, thank you. Oh, you're amazing. So, it was fun, man. It was some of the. I think probably my favorite part of today with that was at the end when we did win, and her face lit up, and it was kind of cool. Man.
Oh, that's
So,
cool.
Yeah, that was pretty neat.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it was like her or husband's lit up more. I can't tell. But it was cool, man.
Both great people.
Oh yeah. Bang.
Oh.
Nice.
Got a comment here from Paul Palermo. He said,
Oh, Fortnite.
Fortnite.
I saw that.
Paul Fortnite Palermo.
No paddleboarders in the lineup. They take all the sets.
He is 100% right on that.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's a little easier to catch waves on a stand-up paddleboard. You're already in the upright position, so we tend to eat up all the good waves while all the surfers are chilling on the back line.
Oh, that's funny, man. Look at
Yeah.
all your guys' technical terms. And
Yeah.
it probably isn't even technical terms. It's just stuff that just sounds like a different language, just like we probably speak in pickleball. That's really cool.
Oh yeah,
Around the post.
absolutely.
I don't know. I feel like, Mag, next time you set foot on the pickleball court, you're going to be like a 4 or 5 player immediately.
Take a knee, Don.
I don't know what
Take
that
a knee.
means.
It means you are going to be
Amazing.
a rock star out there just from watching this level. of
Look at
play.
Dominic,
Yeah,
man.
look at this, taking a knee.
Look at Dominic go. Good job doing the Tebow.
Yeah.
Look at that. Don't move.
Relax, why don't you?
Come on,
Intentionally
body bag,
staying.
body bag, body bag, body bag.
Oh,
Oh, no. Good point, though. Way to take a knee.
Yeah.
Dom's got to pace himself.
Yeah, he does.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's got to pace himself sometimes.
He was telling us
Fine.
earlier
Yeah.
he's been teaching lessons all day.
Yeah.
He had a rough day.
You know.
Rough day. Yep. He probably worked so hard he had to change his tights. I feel him on that, man. I get it.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
What a shot.
The good news is he had a lot of space to work with. You know what I mean? He could just keep going.
Keep
like,
on going.
Yeah, like Sandlot, man.
I love it.
Yo, dude.
Meg and I have been over here trying to be nice all day.
Oh,
and
you know, I come in and here we go.
There we go. Yep.
Yep, there we go. This is what I do.
I love it.
I don't know you guys too well yet to start digging at you.
Oh, man, yes, you do. It's fine. That's the best part, man. It doesn't take much. It doesn't take much.
Paul Palermo also says, I'll teach Johnny how to duck dive.
Was that from Fortnite?
I
Where's
don't
that? Where's
know.
that from?
I think.
Build?
Yeah.
Ball?
Oh, that's right. If you can dodge a wrench.
Oh,
you can dodge
dodgeball. Right.
Yes.
Got you.
Yeah.
You can dodge.
Yep.
You could dodge a
If you can
pickleball.
dodge a
You
wrench,
can dodge
you
a
can-
ball. That's so funny.
I got hit in the throat recently with a pickleball when I was playing.
Well,
Leslie White out of Ann Arbor. We were playing in Detroit a couple weeks ago, and she just got me right in the throat.
she was 85 years old. She was
You
85.
just couldn't get out of the way of the ball. It was.
Just, I mean,
I would love to
just-
see that in
She's
slow
like
motion.
Hilarious.
like a puma.
I had my paddle up and everything, and just ripped it.
Did you though?
Yeah, I did. I did. I have it on video. Yeah, you'd be proud
Then
of me.
how'd it hit your throat?
I don't know, man. That's what I'm saying. Is like, it was
Gotta get that in
it was a
slow-mo.
net cord shot. But
Oh right.
Still.
Oh well, yeah. Okay, I see. That's tough.
it
then.
just went right. Yeah.
Ooh, she hit it
Love
off the
it.
edge guard. Hey, anybody can hit it in the middle.
That's right.
It's all good, man. All good. Yeah, see, okay, so now at this time it's what? Like almost 7:30, right?
Mm-hmm.
So look at the lights, look at the court, man. It just
Yeah.
there's no shadows on this one. All the rest kind of have these dark shadows, but
Mm-hmm.
this one is just illuminated, and I love it. I
Perfect.
love the look of it.
Well, it is the Minto U.S.
I
Open
know.
Pickleball Championship court here,
Yeah, it is pretty cool.
where
man.
we've seen some incredible matches.
Right. Yeah.
And the Margaritaville Lounge was right over there that I spent a week straight last year for the U.S. Open.
Yeah. Oh, well, Mr. Volvo himself and Mrs. Volvo.
Oh, there they are.
There they are, the Parisis.
Yes.
Volvo, Naples. Mr. and Mrs. Volvo. I know. Yep. Did they bring
the Parisis show up and everybody stops.
Marianne,
there.
well, yeah, everyone's got to say hi, man, because usually Marianne has food or some kind of snacks or something. So. Are you hungry? Yeah, see? She always has
She
food.
comes with food. I like it.
Yeah, exactly. It's usually some kind of pineapple or something.
What a rip from Alec.
Yeah, dude. Awesome.
Oh, yeah. Hey, so how'd it go with setup today, man? I mean, you have your new mobile setup, right? And then we have, how'd it go?
It was much better. It took me an hour. Seems like the internet's working a little better here. I hear that there could be some improvements in the future as well. So
yeah, that's very true.
yes, I'm loving it, man. Just let me know when you can make it work, and I'll keep coming and streaming these. I'm having a blast.
Oh yeah, dude, this is fun, man.
I think Meg's hooked now too. We got her hooked on pickleball. So
just gotta have fun with it, man. That's the biggest thing is just have fun with it. The crowd has fun with it. We have fun with it. Like you just I always feel like when you go some places, there's some events or shows or whatever it's supposed to be called, or some kind of exhibitions or something like that. It's like you brought the Frozen Chosen. You know what I mean? Like everyone's just like sitting there, like and you know what I mean?
Right.
Like it's just everyone rises at the beginning and then they sit down, and then it's like that's it. And there's like 3 people or something. But I mean, it's just kind of funny.
Well,
But here, man, just keep it lively.
we have a crowd. Everybody's having a good time. We also have people that are here to
Yeah.
play some Friday night pickleball under the lights.
Yeah, these
which is
guys are
great.
dedicated, bro. So these guys will play until like they turn off the lights at 10 o'clock or 10:30 or something. And even then, I think they just kind of like have glow in the dark stuff.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
I was actually talking about that recently about trying to get some sort of glow pickleball.
Oh, that'd be
There
so
you
cool,
go.
It'd be
man.
fun. I've done the
Yeah.
glow golf before. I've done.
You'd have to
Well,
change it
yeah.
out, right? So you change these out to black lights,
Yep.
right? And then like, get
Oh
your
my
puffy
gosh.
paint.
Yeah.
Get your puffy paint.
Yep. It'd be like a college rave party all over again.
Yeah, I'll bring the glow sticks.
Yeah, right, yeah.
What do you mean? How do you know about that, Eddie?
What? I don't know.
I don't
I've
know,
heard about it.
yeah.
I've seen it in movies before. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was in dodgeball or something. That's great. It's cool, man. But we do have Vegas going on right now too. So I
Yeah.
couldn't come out to that one. But it is like $3,000 to go over there for a weekend or something.
Yeah.
So it's really expensive. But it is a good tournament. It's an amazing tournament. So I hear. I heard it's a little windy, but
On the rooftop of the
on
Plaza
rooftop,
Hotel.
man. That's right.
Oh,
Whoa, tweener!
the tweener.
I'd say he's comfortable now.
Oh. Got a
Nice.
comment here from Wayne Clark. He said, "Go Morgan with your Academy link bar shirt, and Alec too."
Oh, nice. Yeah, Wayne's an instructor here on the weekends. He
Yeah.
teaches a lot of. He does a lot of our beginner stuff, man. Some of the junior academy stuff too. Really nice guy.
It's great. Fishing Rygert with a comment. Go Selkirk, dude. I think he means Dominic.
Selkirk, dude.
Yeah. T. Nevs. Courtney is always smiling. Great game and live transmission.
Yeah, man.
Thanks, guys.
Absolutely. So Courtney's one of those people, man. Like, very, very bubbly. Obviously, like the world could be coming to an end. She'd be like, "Okay,"
Yeah.
still smiling.
Great person.
It was a good run.
Yeah. Had a good time.
Had a good time.
Yep. Had a good time.
Paulie. And then she
Yeah.
goes, Paulie. All right, here we go.
And she called it out.
Ooh, I think it's a little dark on that side. A little dark over there? No? Are you sure? No one's ever said no.
All they had to do was ask the ref.
Oh, he doesn't know.
Yeah.
Wayne's. That's our referee tonight is Wayne Shepard. Wayne Shepard has never refereed before. by the
Never,
way.
huh?
I like to go ahead and give that away just because it's really good. He's done a phenomenal job, man. But I know he's going to go through the training and stuff, which we're going to have here. We're going to have that referee training.
Yeah, I saw
Which
that.
is
That's going to be incredible.
fantastic.
Wow.
So he just wanted to see what it was all about. So it's a good thing to do. Look at that look
There
away.
it-
Oh, another look away.
and
Oh, another
she-
look away. Oh, sick tricks.
I love it.
Look away.
I wonder where she's learning that.
It's my fault. It's my fault. It's my fault. It's my fault. My bad.
That's great.
I think a look away on a return's a little excessive. Here we go. Look away. Are you going to do it? No, they're in the zone.
Oh.
That's what's up.
And instead of an ATP, that's what we call a TP.
Nice shot.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Nice shot. Here we go.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Oh, he's even talking when he does the no look. Even better, like he's just carrying on.
Oh!
Thought we were having a good time. Yeah.
Johnny, you must have been working a lot with him lately, huh?
Yeah,
I can
right.
tell. I can.
No, I haven't really.
Yeah.
I'm at the academy on Thursdays. Alex hasn't been there, but obviously we have had some chats recently.
Yeah.
About
but
acting
yeah.
class.
Yeah, acting class. Right. Yeah. There's a time and place. So you.
Another great match there. Looks like Alec and Courtney are victorious there, and
Now it's time for me and Dominic versus Dominique and Courtney.
go do it.
Yeah.
Got another comment here from Odessa Hopkins. She said, yes, keep coming, Eddie. We love your live feed and commentary. Thank you, Odessa. Appreciate that. Dominic says hi, Odessa. Zach Higginson. I was watching the Rip and Grip show and then switched over to the Jonny Pickleball show. Now I just can't stop watching. That's right. You got the bug. You got bit by the pickleball bug, and you're addicted just like the rest of us. There can be plenty worse things to be addicted to, Zach. Zach also said, how do you all know what the duck dive is? For those of us that have watched dodgeball. We know. Yeah, I was going to say, there's all of a sudden it's very citrusy in this area. I wonder if somebody's
that's
spraying some
okay.
bug spray.
We need it.
Yes. Got another great match here coming up for you in just a moment. It's going to be Battle of the Sexes, I believe, right? Or are we waiting on that match? Coming right back here with some great content for you guys. This is the Jonny Pickleball Show. A beach ball just flew overhead too, which is awesome. They should actually play with the beach ball. I believe, yes, we're going to have the Battle of the Sexes match here. We are going to see who is going to be able to take this. Who do you have your money on here?
Oh, I don't know. I think I have to go with my own and root for the females over at the far court. Gotten to know Courtney pretty well the past few weeks. She's been helping out a ton with Special Olympics pickleball. She's just an amazing coach, and she does such a good job with our athletes. So, yeah, unanimous. I'm going with the girls.
Well, I was going to root for the girls, but now because you are, I think I have to root for the guys. So
I guess you do.
the battle continues.
Yeah, we have to be a divided booth.
That's right.
Booth divided.
Yes. Oh, we're supposed to be impartial, but that's no fun. So.
No.
Looks like Alec and Alec and Morgan are going to be leaving us here.
Bedtime.
Yes, it is. Great job. Great job to them. All right, here we go. We got 0-0-1. There was a quick side out there. Let's see. Oh, Dominique with that strong backhand rip. Not much Dom could do with that shot. The no-see-ums seem to have come out here.
Yeah.
Are you starting to feel them a little bit?
A little bit,
Yeah.
yeah. You get used to them.
I'm sure you come across them in your paddleboarding adventures a lot as well.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're always fun. That's why I like paddling in wind, because it tends to take them away, far, far away.
That's right. Oh, there we go.
Ah. Wow.
That's what happens when you put it a little bit high at Johnny's backhand. Zach Higginson said, I know, I just can't help it. I'm so addicted. Please, what is some advice to help appease me? I'm hooked. No advice, Zach, because I'm in the same boat, man. Wish I had something for you. Just keep playing and watching. Supporting the sport. Sophie Vandenbosch said, sounding good, guys. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much, Sophie. It's great to have Meg here with me for us to have both co-commentary with each other.
Yeah, it's great to be here.
I still want to hear a little bit more about the Special Olympics before you leave, so don't let us get sucked too much into this action here.
For sure, yeah, nice little back and forth.
Sophie also says, totally support the girl power going on. There is some definite girl power on that side of the court, for sure.
Oh. Now, one of the controversies that I have with my sport is equal pay for genders. So I don't know on the pro level for pickleball, tournament wise, do you have the same cash purses? Is that a question I can ask you that you might have some intel about?
Yeah, I mean, typically, from what I understand, the purses do remain the same. I do think pickleball is another example of a sport where your sex or gender does not have as much of a correlation to your success in the sport as maybe some other ones out there. Another reason why I love it. It's a little bit more of an equalizing sport, and so I have not heard any discussion around that necessarily.
Yeah, no, it's great to see as many girls and ladies out here on the court tonight. So it's awesome.
Oh yeah,
love it. And contending with the guys too. They're phenomenal.
Absolutely.
Dominique and Courtney doing a great job.
Well, and that's at the end of the day, right? Having what might be traditionally considered a male advantage of maybe a little bit more strength or something like that is not necessarily something that is going to have a direct correlation to success in pickleball.
Yeah.
Does it help sometimes to be able to put it away? Maybe, but it's also a lot more about patience, a lot more about strategy, placement. And so I definitely think that it's a great sport for everybody.
Yeah, and I agree. These guys are funny.
Having a good time with each other out there. You can tell that they've all played together many times before.
Oh, yeah. It's smiles all around. Nice little.
Great block by Courtney. Do we need to find you some bug spray here, Meg?
Champ it out.
Okay. Let me know. I'm sure we can find some.
Oh, nice.
Wow, great play forming here. Yeah. Dominic with the fake. Ended up going inside out there to Dominique's backhand. Courtney's return went a little bit out. I see that John Davidson has joined now. John, we actually talked about you. You seem to come up in every single one of my live streams. We brought up how you let out a nice loud body bag during the tournament in Orlando recently when Johnny's partner got hit there. So great job keeping that going.
I don't think that would go over so well on a tennis court.
No, God, no. Definitely would not. Oh, another great rip there. Get you guys a score update here. As Dominique is tying her shoe. 2-7-1. Oh, that ball just kind of carried right along the net. And Courtney shot went a little bit wide there as I bumped the table here. So I think one of the questions that I asked you before, Mag, was how can people that want to volunteer, coach, do anything to really help with Special Olympics? What's the best way for them to be able to go about that out there?
Social media, we're all over social media. We have Facebook and Instagram, which the Instagram is SOFL, that stands for Special Olympics Florida. Collier is our Instagram, Facebook as well, and then our website is www.specialolympicsflorida.org, O-R-G. And you can go onto our main portal, and there's links to become a volunteer, to get involved, to become a donor, to become a coach. We do have a pretty rigorous coaching program. We really lucked out in Collier County. We have a great coaching staff across the board for all of our sports, and these are volunteer coaches. So these are people that are donating their time and a lot of their resources too, and equipment to the Special Olympics community. So if you're interested in becoming a volunteer or coming to one of our fundraising events, look on specialolympicsflorida.org, and then we're the Collier chapter, and everything's posted on that main page. Check us out on Facebook, check us out on Instagram. Probably the next biggest event that actually kind of been working with Pickleball for All to kind of help advertise for is on October 10th, the Emilio Sanchez facility here in Naples at the Tennis Academy is helping host. They've been a really, really big proponent and help fundraising Special Olympics Collier County for some time. And we're hosting a really, really fun night there. There's going to be food, there's going to be beverages, there's going to be live entertainment, professional entertainment. We have a couple professional singers coming to do some numbers. And then we also have some competition. So kind of like what you guys have going on here tonight. You know, we can come out, you can see some pros, play some tennis matches, and have some food, have some beverages. And that's going to be October 10th at the Emilio Sanchez Casal Tennis Academy, Naples Bath and Tennis here in Naples, Florida. And it's going to run from 6 to 9, and you can get your tickets right online at our website, specialolympicflorida.org. So yeah, we're hoping that it's a good turnout. So these guys have been really helpful with helping advertise and get the word out there.
That's great.
Yeah.
Good stuff, guys. Go out there, do what you can to help out. It's a great organization, and
for sure,
they can definitely use your help.
Awesome. So they just switched it up.
They did. So it looks like the gentleman took last game. Now we're going back, and we're doing a little switch up of partners here. So now we have Dom and Dahmer. It's Dominique and Dominic against Courtney and Johnny.
Nice.
Oh, what a rip. And, ball under here. In great Johnny fashion, he was making fun of me for how I returned the ball to them. That's what he likes to do. The couple times I've actually been able to play with Johnny in a rec match, he spent the whole time making fun of me. So, yeah. Oh yeah.
You're a good sport.
Yep. I'm glad I don't have too many insecurities on the court. Otherwise, we would have exploited them for sure.
That's great. It's good that he incorporates a lot of fun, too, at these events.
Yep.
Everybody's smiling. Everybody's laughing. Everybody's fair game.
Absolutely. Yep. Nice serve there. Let's get a score up here for you guys. 3-0-2. Uh-oh. 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 That landed in. Oh, he's calling it out. Out of reach, he called it. So the ball was in. He called it out of reach, though. Nice rally setting up here. Everybody's slowing it down. Oh. Once Johnny gets on his toes there at that line, and he's pretty unstoppable, that's for sure. Trying to get the crowd to get pumped up from that shot. Got 5-0-2 here. Johnny with the drive right in there to Dominique. So do you have any events? I mean, are they tournaments that you play in for? You compete in for stand-up paddle? Or are they events? What do you guys call them?
We call them races.
Races, okay.
They're normally part of whole weekend events.
Okay.
So for instance, Carolina Cup takes place every April in Wrightsfield Beach, and that's a huge event for the U.S. And we get paddlers from all over the world that come and compete. And it's a whole weekend ordeal. So you try to get up there a couple days before the competition to acclimate yourself to the different conditions. You want to get out in the water and get familiar with your board and all your equipment. In a new place, you might not be in wavy water. Here we're really spoiled with the Gulf. We always have fairly calm conditions, but that's not the case. Nice in a lot of other places, especially on the eastern seaboard. So normally you try to get up there a couple days before, stay active, stay loose, get out on the water. There's usually an event the night before the race. Most races run Saturdays or Sundays. And then there's normally a big, paddlers. We like to have fun too. So
yeah.
The after party is usually why people paddle.
Okay.
It's always a lot of fun. So yeah, spring is our race season.
Okay.
So it's really going to gear up come April. April, May, June. There's a really big race down in the Keys, Key West Classic, and that race goes around the entire island. It's about 13 miles. And going around Key West, you really get every single type of condition.
I was going to say, on the golf side, it's probably a little bit more calm, a little more Oh, I got to do it, Bogey Bag! I got to do it.
Oh, this is funny.
Yeah, so the conditions around Key West, I'm assuming, vary greatly depending on which side of the island you're on, right?
Yep,
Okay.
yeah, and the funny thing with Key West is you're going around the island and, you're getting some headwind, wind straight at your face. And then you're just like, okay, I'm going to go around this turn, and then, it'll be, at least on my side, and then I'll keep going, it'll be at my back. And the funny thing with Key West Classic is it's always a headwind. Like,
really?
No matter what, every turn you go around the island, it's just, it's always super windy. So people do it for the challenge. Nice, yeah.
Johnny's ball went a little bit out there. So it sounds to me like there could be some other correlations here between stand-up paddle and pickleball when it comes to the social aspect of it. Obviously, some of the parties we have during a lot of these tournaments, because most people are traveling, which I'm assuming is very similar to stand-up paddle. Basically, it's a lot of fun. There's a lot of social elements. It's competitive on the court, but after, everybody's friends having a good time going out, and a lot of partying happens.
Absolutely, yeah. You just leave it all out on the court or all out on the water, and when you get in, everybody's super friendly, regardless of who you're riding for or what went down, and it's great. It's a good community, and a lot of the races too, support a lot of local charities and stuff. So it makes racing even more appealing because you're helping out a good cause, whatever it may be for that specific race.
That's really cool.
Yeah. But when's the next big pickleball tournament? I know they said there's one going on now in Vegas.
Yep, there's one on the rooftop of the plaza right now going
That's
on. In fact, I was hoping to
crazy.
check the bracket because I bet you a lot of the pro matches today are over. Today was
Ooh,
Nice shot.
uh-oh, ball went behind me. Made it all the way through the booth. Today was men's doubles and women's doubles there in
Okay.
Las Vegas. Tomorrow is going to be mixed doubles, so I was
Okay.
hoping to get a check of the bracket here, give you guys an update, but that's a big one. Pretty soon we have nationals coming up in November, which is out in California.
Okay.
And then obviously end of April we have the U.S. Open here, which is
Yeah.
a ton of
that's
fun. We're
exciting.
talking 7, 8, 9 days of just incredible pickleball. People from around the world coming here to beautiful Naples, Florida, and it's awesome. Such a fun time.
Wow. Yeah, I'll have to make it down here for that. Hopefully it doesn't conflict with some of my races and I can make it down to see you guys.
Definitely should check it out. Had another comment here from Zach Higgins. Said, "Oh, Dom's ball went a little bit out and tried to take me out." Zach Higginson said, "I wonder if Jonny Pickleball could beat 2 people at once. He looks super fast. I remember one time Kyle Yates beat 2 guys on his own, and it was so amazing." Yes, Zach, that is true. Kyle did beat Webby and I. Thank you for rubbing it in. I do appreciate that.
Little dig at the
Yes.
commentator.
We did get 4 points on him, so I don't feel too bad about it. Get you guys a score here. I think I heard 4-7-1.
Ooh, nice.
Great hands at the line there. Uh-oh. Woo! Yay!
I'm doing the wave over in the stands. This crowd's crazy.
It's pretty cool, though. If you guys have not had a chance to come out to the Jonny Pickleball Show and you live in Southwest Florida, it's definitely worth coming to check out. And bring your stuff. There'll be plenty of games to be able to play after the fact. We probably have about, gosh, I would say 6 courts full of people over, not in the covered area, but over in the open area with people playing and everybody having a good time. Oh, it looks like Johanna Coyne said, technical difficulties with Las Vegas stream. Uh-oh.
Oh, that's always tough. I wonder what happened.
We've all been there before. Internet, sometimes goes out. Electricity. When I was in Grand Rapids, my computer started overheating. There's lots of things that can happen.
Oh, for sure.
A little bit wide there. Dominic was trying to will it in, but the force is not strong with him. Karen Gaston says, where is this played? This is at East Naples Community Park, home of the U.S. Open. We are on the Minto U.S. Open Pickleball Championships court, where you've seen a lot of those incredible medal matches during the U.S. Open. Here we go. Let's see what they can do with this. Oh, he goes for the lob, pushes him back, and just a little bit long there. Couple boos coming from the crowd there.
Awfully dark back there.
Zach Higginson said, Paul Palermo told me the 4 points were in 2 games. That's still pretty good, though. It was in 2 games. The first game, we did not score a point at all. We only scored 4 in the second game. And only one of them was from us on the offensive. But that was our goal, was 1 point. So I still feel good about it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Proud of you.
Thank you.
Better than I would have done.
Yes.
So definitely a lot better.
Have you had any, certain times at any of these races that you feel mostly proud of, that, are kind of stand out to you as great accomplishments?
Yeah, each one kind of has its own, mountain to climb. A lot of different, all of them are wildly different condition-wise. There's always like a different wind or gusts or set of waves. I guess probably my favorite race I did this past January. We were down in the BBIs. We have some teammates down in St. Croix, in the U.S. Virgin Islands, and then we had a race in the BBIs from Tortola to Jost Van Dyke. And that was probably my favorite, wow, nice, favorite weekend. We flew down there, and kind of a last-minute decision for me. I had just gotten home from Brazil. There was some, races and stuff down there, and flew over to St. Thomas. I had to catch a ferry over to one of the British Virgin Islands, and we raced from Tortola, where we started, to Jost Van Dyke, which is about 14 miles, and team of 3, and you rotate every 25 minutes. So it's a really unique race.
Oh, that's cool.
Pretty big swell, wind at your back, and the cool thing about this race is they're really, really key on safety. So each team of 3 had to have a guide boat with a captain and a crew. So we totally lucked out, and we snagged a 50-foot cat, and which was donated to our team. So we had a pretty stellar weekend, because we were just hanging out on a huge catamaran and cruising through some of the Virgin Islands. So it was so beautiful. It's like Never Never Land down there.
That must have been a blast.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it was a lot of fun. That's called the Painkiller Cup. So you can imagine, Painkiller is one of the famous drinks of the islands down there.
Yeah.
Lots of really good rum, and you go down, you put it all out on the water that day, and they are waiting for you at the beach with a painkiller in hand, and just a lot of really great people. People from all over the world come out to that race. A lot of good paddlers from Australia, Tahiti, France, New Caledonia, Hawaii. Hawaii has a lot of great paddlers, so it's a lot of fun. Nice. Jeez.
Great. Oh, another great one. Awesome defense here.
He's containing himself out there.
Looks like Dom and Dahmer were able to pull that victory there. Great game from them. I wonder if they're going to do another, or if that's it for the evening.
I don't know. I'm getting tired.
I wonder. I know.
Yeah, and these guys are working their butts off.
They
and I'm
sure
exhausted.
That's it. Johnny comes over with the I'm done, so that means that we are probably going to be wrapping it up here. Yeah, Johnny's going to jump on here real quick. What an incredible night this has been so far, huh?
Oh, dude, it's awesome. Yeah. Tried to take over the last match, didn't really work. It's like Courtney's been running a tournament all day or something. You know what I mean? She's a little tired.
Yeah, so you guys had was it the Bahama Mama tournament there at Veterans Park today? Is that right? What was it called?
Yeah, Bahama Mama tournament.
Yeah.
So it was good. Yeah. Yep, I can put at the top of my, accolades, Bahama Mama champion.
Okay, that Bahama Mama champion. That's great.
On the wall.
That's really cool.
Bahama Mama champion. Yeah. So, I don't know what rhymes with Papa, but we'll figure something out, I'm sure. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So, but no, it was cool, man. Thank you, Megan, for coming out tonight. Eddie, always a pleasure, man, to have you here. What a great show tonight, man. A lot of fun. You know what I mean? So, it's always a blast, dude. We do it all the time, every Friday. So
That's right. You guys should definitely come down here and check it out. If you live in Southwest Florida, East Naples Community Park.
Absolutely.
Home of, Pickleball Academy of Southwest Florida. Love it here. So many great things going on. I always love watching the Jonny Pickleball Show. It's different being able to stream it and commentate and coming and watching, but both are tons of fun. I love doing this, man.
Yeah, man. Pickleball Academy of Southwest Florida. The Junior Academy, highly represented tonight. Great exposure for those kids, man. They've been working their butts off, so you know what I mean? They deserve every second of it. As well as, you know, obviously all our sponsors with Physical and Pickleball for All, Southern Tropics, Volvo of Naples, man. It's just, you know, the list goes on with all the support that we have around the community, which is fantastic, you know. And then obviously we're up at Veterans Park as well, which is slam-packed every day. So season's right around the corner. We see the Santa sleighs coming in with all the cars.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So, you know what I mean? It's fantastic. And we'll be here next week, you know, weather permitting. But we'll be here next week. And, Megan, thank you so much for being here, man. I learned so much about surfing and paddleboarding within one session, which is money, dude.
Oh, wow.
So, and you do an amazing thing with the Special Olympics. So
Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, thanks so much for having me. I learned so much about pickleball, more than I would ever have dreamed. So thank you guys.
That's
always
awesome.
the goal. Always the goal.
That's right. Trying to spread the word. I'm definitely going to go home and do some research into stand-up paddle and the professional side of it because I'm very intrigued now.
Yeah,
you definitely got me.
Well, hopefully we can help each other, so that's great.
Yes, a lot of similarities between the sports, which is cool to see. Guys, this is Eddie from Eddie and Webby. This was live from the Jonny Pickleball Show here at East Naples Community Park. We want to thank you guys for watching very much. Hopefully this is not my last time coming to stream here because I have a blast every time I do.
Dude, you can be here every week if you want to. Shoot.
I love it.
Yeah, man.
Thank you guys very much. Come check it out, and we'll see you soon. Bye, guys.
Bye.